Hi YouTube, it's Kevin here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's the last Sunday of February 2019, which means today I will be going over my February 2019 favorites. If you're new to the channel here, the last Sunday is specifically reserved for things that I thought or enjoyed a lot during the month, and yeah, this can range from like snacks, music, fashion. There's almost always a fashion segment, sometimes skincare, you know, etc, etc. You'll see as I get into it, really. But anyways, how have you guys been? Prior to starting the favorites, I wanted to go over a couple of channel announcements. So, oh man, there's a lot of channel announcements that I have to go over with you guys. So, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because there are a lot of polls there and sometimes polls for videos. So yeah, if you want to participate in like kind of what goes into which videos I make, just follow me on Instagram at NUTRICHEN_facts, and yeah, keep in touch there. But anyways, the reason why I mention my Instagram is because I really feel as if I'm going to be pushing kind of engagement towards YouTube audience on Instagram. And so, yeah, stay in the loop there. Of course, a lot of kind of my developments and like what I've been like picking for certain review items have also been posted there. So, you know, it's nice to be in the loop. Anyways, let's go on to the main announcement. So I think the biggest announcement that I have to make is that I will be continuing to make double uploads starting the month of March. I really want to try to do double uploads every single week, but I think I'm going to do every other week to start off, and then if I can do every single week, I will. And as you guys may know already from the previous double upload schedule, it's mainly just reviews on Sundays with the exception of, you know, the favorites video each month, and one video where it could be anything. It could be like a vlog, it could be like you know, just talking about topics that you guys are interested about. Double uploads range from a lot of things. So yeah, that's really important. That's also why I kind of mentioned earlier you should follow my Instagram, because a lot of the double uploads will come from topics that you guys are super passionate about or really want to inquire more on. With that being said though, there is something I want to formally announce for you guys. So somewhere near the beginning of March, I will be dropping a really highly requested video, because a lot of the comments have asked me like, how do you afford these things? You know, how do you get the items that you review? You know, how do you sustain this hobby? And, you know, financially speaking, I can show you guys how I do my numbers, etc, etc, and maybe give you guys an insight towards that. So that's what kind of a video I will be dropping, and of course I'll cover a lot more of that in the actual video. But yeah, so, with the announcements out of the way, let's jump straight into the February favorites. So, for the month of February, I've been really stressed for no apparent reason at times, but for some reason I'm still stressed. Anyways, and because of that, I've been breaking out a lot, and I've been like super annoyed with all my breakouts. Of course, my skincare routines stayed primarily the same, but you know, it's a little annoying. That's kind of like prefacing my February for you guys. So let's jump into the fashion part of February. So as you guys may know, I copped one of the best items at retail, which is the Versace and Kith collaboration. I'm super excited to do the review for this item, but if you saw the unboxing, you know how much I like this piece. It's like super shiny, it's really flashy-ish. I mean, the logo is flashy, but like the entire shirt is very subtle. I think it feels nice to the touch and is just an overall great piece. So that definitely solidifies the slot in the February favorites video. Moving on to sneakers, there are two main sneakers that I wanted to go over for my February favorites. The first one being the Spider-Man Jordan 1s over here, and this should come as like not a surprise at all for any of you guys, because since I saw the movie in December when I vlogged, I've loved the concept of the shoe and of like the message that Spider-Man Spider-Verse had in general. I think that it's a really inspiring story to see Spider-Mans like that aren't like, I guess, mainline Peter Parker Spider-Man come up and kind of, you know, what it takes to be a hero, right? Because like in these movies, they all convey a very important message. And for me, what I got from the Spider-Verse movie was just that, like, you should always take a step forward, you know, or have a leap of faith. And, like, you know, me buying and owning and wearing this shoe is a symbol to myself to say, oh, hey, you should walk forward, you know, you should be a little braver, you know, you should approach, make new friends, or, like, don't be afraid of what's out there kind of a thing, because everyone has a little bit of hero in them, you know? It's kind of cheesy, but it's kind of true. So, anyways, this shoe has a lot of meaning to me, and that's also why it's, like, definitely a February favorite, as well as just a general favorite in my sneaker collection. So, yeah, moving on now. There's one other shoe I wanted to mention here. So this is the Off-White Air Max 90, which I got for resale. I paid like one of the lower premiums for this, I guess, piece shoe in general, just because I got my tax returns back and I just put in a bid, it was accepted, I got it, and you know, I kind of have the shoe now. Anyways, like I said earlier, this is another one of those items that will have like a review coming for you. I think this is a really clean sneaker just because it's like, I mean, it's black and white, and it's a super comfortable sneaker as well. So like if you slip this on, you just have like, over here you have multi-layers of foam around it, and then you also have just this foam tongue that isn't, like, it's just completely a foam tongue, and you know, super comfortable. I'll get more into it in the review, but it's definitely something that you guys should keep in your radar if you're like hypebeast sneakers and stuff. So yeah, it's also just a really nice fashionable shoe, so that's always a plus. So I mean, that's about it for fashion stuff when it comes to, you know, like fashion wear versus like sneakers and stuff. That's mainly what I've been like eyeing. Anyways, so in light of stress and, you know, February, I have a couple of other kind of obscure favorites now. So the first one that I wanted to go over is this Kit Kat. So I don't know if you guys have like an Asian mart near you, but these Kit Kats are really, really good. So they're the 45th anniversary strawberry tiramisu Kit Kats, and these taste amazing. If you love tiramisu or if you love strawberry, like you're gonna fall in love with a Kit Kat. It's like a great snack, and on top of that, it's also just like a very comforting food whenever you're just like stressed and you're like, oh crap, I have to do an assignment kind of a thing. It really gives you that extra like sugar rush to it, I guess, and you know, it's a suggestion. If you guys enjoy it, you enjoy it, right? On the line of snacks, I also wanted to mention these Mega Stuff Oreos. And I really wanted to highlight this particular Oreo because this is the first time Oreo has made a Mega Stuff. There are literally 7 Oreos per thing, and like they're all just gigantic and filled with a bunch of that really nice cream. A must-have if you love Oreos, and I personally love Oreos, so this is no exception. Of course, February has been like an off month for me just because I've really just been doing schoolwork, etc., etc. So fashion plus Oreos, or like snacks and stuff, have been like a majority of my life. I also wanted to go over a couple of other favorites, so let's dive a little bit into music favorites. So to kick off music favorites, I want to go over some of like my favorite playlist-y songs that I've been like really, really into recently. So there's a song called Messy by Kiara and like a bunch of remixes of the song. I absolutely love it right now. It's been one of my like repeat songs. Atypical by Manila, really good song. I've been really into like that chill step vibe. So like, I even have like an entire playlist on this. It's called like Vibe With Me. It's a really catchy playlist too. So, you know, stuff like Feel Good featuring Daya with Griffin and Illenium, Floating featuring Khaled, Happy Now, Zed, you know, like all these songs have just been in this playlist, and it's just like whenever I need to do work, I put that playlist on and I just chill, vibe with it. It's really, it's like that like white noise idea. Of course, I've also been listening to a lot of Blackpink, mainly because, one, I copped the Blackpink in Your Area tickets. I will be at the Chicago one, and so if you see me, say hi. And two, I want to memorize all the Blackpink lyrics before I actually go to the concert. And so, or at least the ones for their like big songs, you know, like As If It's Your Last, Playing With Fire, Boombayah, and Doo Doo Doo. You know, like those four like musts for me. So anyways, Blackpink has been played and blasted like on repeat. So that's another special touch to it. I also absolutely love Wendy's Touch Your Heart OST song. It's called What If Love. It came out like just recently, like in the past 2 days or something, but I've just fallen in love with it. Of course, there's also another comeback that I'm really anticipating, which is the G-Idol comeback. It's gonna be released in the next like 5 days or so. Whew, that's gonna be super exciting too. So music has been shaping up pretty well for me. I mean, obviously I still listen to Ariana Grande and everything. Like, her taking top 3 spots in Billboard is insane. Like, congrats to her. She's really just an inspiration. But, you know, music has been there. And I guess it's hard to say or like talk about music without like kind of talking about this pickup I have. So I picked up Power Beats, and it's also part of like my I got tax return money back and I started buying things that I think I would make great use of. But Power Beats have been just so good for me. So I had AirPods before, and like AirPods versus Power Beats just have like this completely different dynamic. I mean, AirPods, I've gone through 2 pairs of AirPods now, and I'm really embarrassed to say or even mention this just because first one, they went through the washing machine and they just kind of fizzled away. The second one got run over by a car, and oh man, AirPods, gosh dang it. Now, like, it's just hard for me to spend more money on AirPods because I know I just can't take care of them. But anyways, yeah, so these Power Beats here are really nice because I needed something for the gym, like when I'm doing cardio and I'm sweating like gallons. Like, these things, waterproof, sweatproof, and you know, they stick to your ear. So like if you're running like at like sprint speed for like high intensity interval training, like these things will not fall off your ear, which I really appreciate because, you know, having music in there while I do something really gets me in the groove or in like the lifting mojo per se. So that's always been a plus, and I really enjoy these. They're on like half off sale, so they're like normally priced at like 200. These, I got them for like 99 or something. It was like, it's like, you know, it's still a lot to drop a Benjamin on a pair of headphones, but like, I mean, half off is always a good deal. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys look into them. Amazon has a deal, Best Buy has a deal, like a lot of places just price match anyways. If you can just go in and be like, yo, these 2 places have a deal, do it. So to conclude off the February 2019 favorites video, I really wanted to throw out there something that I don't think is like spoken enough on the YouTube platform, and that's the idea of being comfortable with yourself. And so for me, myself, and I, but anyways, for myself, I really realized that I came to terms with who I am throughout February 2019, like despite being like slightly more stressed than average and like, you know, not doing that much. I spent a lot of time really thinking about like who I am as a person to other people, things that I have that are goals, and, you know, like coming back to terms with things I want to achieve and where I want to go. And I think that that's really important for a lot of people, just because like some people do things day to day, like work like a 9-to-5 job, or like they work at like, you know, like blue collar, white collar, whatever collar job you work, and like they just do it. They get in the habit of doing it over and over and over and over again, and like you're not working with a goal, you're not polishing yourself to make yourself better, you're not really walking anywhere. And it's just like, some people, I mean, I guess from my experience, those people who like just do the same mind-numbing thing over and over and over again are the same people who I find continually complain about their lives, like their jobs and like, you know, like their situations, etc, etc. But like, I don't know if it's my place to say this, but I'll just give my opinion and know that my opinion is not obsolete. You guys don't have to believe what I believe. by any means, and I'm welcome to constructive criticism or debate constructively, of course. But I think that as long as you're working towards something, you will always rise up in life, like no matter what. Like if you're working like a job at the grocery store and you're studying something on the side that could be a useful skill later on, and like building a portfolio of sorts, like you can always get to where you want slowly but steadily. You just have to like work with that goal in mind. And I mean, I think the internet is just a beautiful resource in general. You can learn about so many things like coding, art, graphic design, you know, like there's so many skills that you could acquire online now too. I mean, part of that for myself, when I was reflecting, I was just like, wow, I really want to learn how to edit better, you know. I also really wanted to learn, you know, general marketing tactics, you know, like Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom, and like these are goals that I'm setting for myself too. It's like, oh, let's up the quality of the videos. Oh, let's up the volume of the videos, you know, like quality, quantity, and it's always like a little debate. I mean, on top of that, I'm also retaining a lot of my fitness goals too, so it's just like, oh, I need to do all this stuff now, you know, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. I mean, be careful, don't be like me and like overwhelm yourself with too many things to do, but of course it's always nice to keep yourself busy. Of course, there is a separate topic that I'll like lightly touch on. One of the things I also realized in February was kind of like an intrapersonal development, like how I interact with other people in like my proximity. Kind of notable, I had like this conflict with one of my friends, and I mean, needless to say, I'm still salty about the event right now, but like, it's mainly just like viewing interactions that you have with the people around you, or like drama per se, or things that cause unhappy like feelings, and like being able to like take from it and like understand yourself a little bit more. And from the experience, I learned that like no matter how low standards you impose on other people, the only person at the end of the day that you can really place any expectations on is yourself. And so, I mean, I guess that's also what propelled me forward to like think about myself moving forward. Whew, okay. That about concludes it for the February 2019 favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, or, you know, gained something from it, because if you did, I'm already humbled and happy myself. So, of course, be sure to stay tuned for the future releases on this channel per the announcements and everything. And yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the later videos. Ciao! And I should take my own advice.